We have a space problem. And after spending a whole day decluttering, now we need somewhere to store all of our stuff. So I want to build big, super sturdy shelves because buying them at the store is expensive. And according to the internet, this is supposed to be a quick and easy build. Okay, wait. And since I've been on a mission to become a more efficient woodworker, I'm gonna try to build 2 big storage shelves in one day.
I don't think it's gonna fit.
So the first step is to cut a lot of wood. And of course, I decided to put all the wood I need behind all of this. That's kind of inconvenient. A lot of the wood I have to cut is all the same size. Like this one's gonna be 69 inches, but I need 16 pieces of that. So I'm just gonna screw a little block of wood here as a stopper so that I don't have to measure and mark every single piece. And hopefully that'll make this go a little bit faster. To prepare for this project, I drew the shelves that I wanted to build, and then I came up with a cut list. This is a rough version of it, and normally this is what I used to do all of my cuts. But it's pretty ugly to look at, so here's a better version so you can see how much wood I have to cut. My plan with these shelves is to take them to a storage unit where I'm gonna move all of our seasonal things because we don't have a garage or an attic for storage. I went to the store and I picked up my own wood, trying to make sure that the boards were in good shape. Unfortunately, a lot of them looked pretty rough and had cracks at the edges, but I was going for a budget project, so I grabbed the cheapest 2x4s I could find, and I guess you get what you pay for. Before cutting anything, I inspected every single board and cut out the cracked parts. What the? Ugh, why? This board I just cut is longer than the rest. Yeah, it's like a whole 1/4 inch bigger. And I wonder why that happened. Something I did mess this up. I had to tighten up the stopping block because it was a little loose, and then I moved the miter saw, and I didn't think that was gonna affect anything, and apparently it did. Okay, it was definitely when I moved the saw. So this is the right size, and this one is the one it's too big. And I should have known better that moving the saw would definitely affect the measurements of this. So I'm just gonna adjust the saw and I'm gonna screw it in place so that it doesn't move again. There you go. Perfect. Okay, now I can keep going. I know that you see all that sawdust flying from the miter saw, so if you're wondering why I don't have a vacuum attached to it, it's because my old vacuum broke. I bought a new one, but the hose is a different size and I forgot to get the attachment for it. So I'm going to be swimming in sawdust by the end of this project. Yeah. Oh, nope. That was just wishful thinking. Okay. I really should have put this somewhere else. Or what if I just leave it there? Can I just leave it? Okay, I guess I'm not moving that all at once. Just a little bit. This probably looks so inappropriate. Come on. Just a little bit. Okay. I don't think that'll fall from there. Hopefully not. I'm putting a lot of faith on this cart that is holding the entire weight of this. You know, a lot of people are under the impression that Florida doesn't get cold. We just got the first freeze warning of the season. This morning, I had to set up my heater to warm up the shop for a little bit, and since I don't have outlets in the back of the shop, I powered it with my EcoFlow Delta 3 Classic, which is the sponsor of today's video. Look at this little thing. Isn't it cute? This can power small appliances and even heaters like I'm doing right now. And it's perfectly handy to keep around in case of a power outage. It's lightweight, and I love that I can take it anywhere and have power. I mentioned earlier that I got a storage unit where I'm gonna put the shelf that I'm building, and the unit doesn't have any power inside. So I actually brought the Delta 3 Classic with me to power a light, my phone, and even charge my drill battery. I actually lose power pretty often, especially during thunderstorms. And this little unit is great to have around and be prepared for an emergency. I always need to have a way to charge my phone and, power the most important things, like my coffee maker. The Delta 3 Classic is super easy to use right out of the box. It charges really fast. With AC charging, it goes from 0 to 80% in about 45 minutes. So basically, you've got 1 kilowatt hour ultra fast charging ready to go in under an hour. It puts out a solid 1800 watts of power with a surge capacity of up to 3600 watts. It's built to last a really long time and stay super reliable. Inside, it uses the same kind of strong battery cells that they use in cars, so you can count on 10 years of reliable power. It also has safety features that protect it all day and night, and the whole thing is designed to handle things like bumps during travels and even overnight condensation. With their app, you can see how much power you have and control it from your phone. Another thing I really like about the Delta 3 Classic is how whisper quiet it is. I have it plugged in right now to the heater, and I can barely hear it. In the past, I've used gas generators and they're so loud and annoying. You have to keep them outside, and I have to run extension cords all throughout the house. But with this unit, I can just keep it inside and take it out in case of emergency. This is our workstation where all the YouTube magic happens. And in the past, when we've lost power and I've had a generator running outside, I've had to get an extension cord, run it through the window here, and plug in everything. But now I'm gonna test plugging in our entire workstation to the unit. So I have everything plugged in and running, and this right here tells me the wattage output, and then it tells me about how much time I have before the battery runs out. So it looks like I have 4 hours of work time right now with a 94% battery. Last year we got hit with Hurricane Debbie, Helene, and Milton. 3 hurricanes in the same year. We lost power for days. But thanks to EcoFlow, I'm prepared for when disaster hits again. So if you want to be prepared for emergencies during winter, check out EcoFlow. They are running a Black Friday sale until December 8th. This is their biggest discount of the year, and I'll have a 5% off coupon code for you linked in the description. Thank you, EcoFlow, for sponsoring this video. Cutting all this wood for some reason took a really long time, and I was starting to question whether I would get both shelves done in one day. There is so much sawdust that my little resin pyramids that I keep here are buried. You can't even see them. Finally, I got everything cut. So now all I have to do is build a frame, like 8 times. And I'm gonna attach them together using drywall screws.
How dare you use drywall screws?
I'm kidding. I'm not using drywall screws. I'm using these, which you can use for wood and different materials, including drywall. But I wanted to see if I set off somebody, because I know there are people who get really mad if you use drywall screws on everything. The screws say they don't need pre-drilling, but I did it anyways because I didn't trust the wood. It looked like if you stared at it too long, it would crack. You don't have plenty of surface space to work on instead of the floors, but it's all full of wood. I got the first frame done. Now I gotta do 3 more for the first shelf. I just got the 3rd one done, and I got a notification from the camera that says animal detected. I wonder who that might be. Misty! Do you have a ball or a toy? You just coming to say hi? Come on, with your toy. She went all the way home to go find her toy. She came to see if I was there first and then went and got her toy. Also, somebody else wants to say hi. Hi. Good girl, Misty. Good girl. I've mentioned it before, but just in case you missed the videos where I mentioned this, Misty's not my dog. That's Tony's mom's dog. She lives right in front of us, so that's why Misty hangs out here sometimes. And I guess Misty just likes hanging out with me sometimes. What are you doing? I can't play. It's dark outside and I'm working. Misty, you wanna go home? You wanna go home? Yeah, it's time for you to go home. Okay, let's go home. Let's take you home. Misty's home. I have 4 frames done. So that's enough for me to get one shelf put together. But I have to cut the actual shelf top. And I decided to do it out of OSB, even though this looks super ugly, but I picked OSB because it was half the price. Half-inch plywood was around $30-ish, and this was $15. It's cheap, it does the job. I gotta cut it. I wonder if I can cut 4 of them at the same time. I just wanna get this done. I'm still not sure I'm gonna get that second shelf done today. Okay, now I need my earmuffs, my sawdust thingy. Everything's on that side and I don't even have access to it. You see how there's like a little gap here, but then this side over here, this overlaps. The legs are gonna go here, so that's a problem. So I just have to try to shift it enough to where it doesn't overlap, because otherwise the leg is this is gonna be on the way for the leg. Yeah, it's just slightly out of square, but for my perfectionist brain, it's like,
why don't you fix it? You're a terrible person for leaving it like that.
no. I'm going to leave it like that because it works. And the goal is to get it done. I was trying to save time, which is why I didn't take the time to fix it. Luckily, this was the only frame that was slightly out of square. Everything else ended up lining up okay. I gotta cut 2 more of the OSB and then nail them to the frames. And then I can finally put it together. Now that I'm looking at the space here, this thing isn't gonna fit under here. If I build it on that side, I am not going to have space to even do a second one. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. OSB first, one problem at a time. It doesn't fit through the door. And there is not enough room in here to turn this around And I'm glad I cut this before I put it all together, because I would have had to take it all apart. I was gonna finish this one shelf today, but it's almost 10 o'clock, and I need to assemble this outside. If I assemble it outside, it's not a problem, because then I just put it in the trailer, and when I'm done, I take it to the storage unit. I cannot move any further today, and I don't want to do this right now. Obviously, it's dark outside, so... Dang it. What? You want me to throw a stick? Where's your toy? Why are you bringing me a stick? Where's your toy? I'm doing one screw on this side through the middle to make sure that it doesn't hit these screws over here. So I'm marking it where it goes, and then this side is gonna have 2 screws. I have another problem. I can't really put this together on here because, I mean, this is as far as I can reach. Not only that, if I do assemble it on here, there's no way I can take it off. Like, the one shelf is already really heavy. So I have to do this on the ground, but the ground is wet and yucky, and I don't want to put this directly on the ground. It's also so unleveled. This is not ideal. The size of these shelves, I decided based on everything I need to store in them. The space between the shelves is going to be 20 inches apart because I have some pretty large totes. I also wanted to build this as big as possible so I can store as many things as I can, but I forgot that this thing actually needs to fit through doors. Every time I plan something like this, I forget that I'm pretty short and delusional about how strong I actually am. I'm only 4'10", and I'm building this to be almost 7 feet tall and 6 feet wide. And it wasn't until I started trying to assemble it that I realized I might be in over my head trying to build something this big. Once I screwed in the first 2 legs that are almost 7 feet long, I realized that I needed something to support them while I screwed the other 2 legs in place. So it made sense to get the other shelves and use them as support. Except it didn't work, so I asked for help. I need you to hold this coming towards you, and I want this to rest on that. Okay. All right. And we're gonna try to center it here. Okay. Thank you. I'll call you again if I need you. So now I gotta put spacers, and the next shelf should just sit on top of the spacers, and I can screw it in place. So I think the next 3 layers of this should go smooth. Knock on wood. The spacers I use can be taken out after screwing each shelf in place, but I wanted this thing to be as sturdy as possible. And since apparently I didn't realize how heavy this shelf was going to be, I went ahead and screwed the spacers in place so the legs could be a little bulkier. How am I gonna do the ones up here? Why do I keep building things that are so much bigger than me? Before screwing anything in place, I had to line up the legs with the frame and make sure they were flush because I was doing all of this on pretty unlevel ground. So at this point, I was basically trusting the frames to be square and hoping that by the end of this, I didn't end up with a wobbly shelf. This last shelf was a little too high for me to do on my own, so I got out some step ladders and Tony came out to help. Espérate, sorry.
What are you doing?
Moving the ladder. This thing is wider than my trailer. I'm gonna have to stand it up on the trailer. I didn't think the size of this thing through at all. Like, I just knew how big I wanted it and put no thought into how I was gonna move it and transport it. Okay, I wanna see if we can actually lift it. I have no idea how heavy this thing is, probably very heavy. Just try to lift it a little bit.
No!
Okay. We gotta move this shelf from here to the trailer, and it's so heavy that we can't lift it. So I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try.
What are you doing?
Building a bridge.
I have my doubts about this one, my love. All right, we're almost there.
You okay?
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Just gonna give birth to my spleen, that's all.
Okay, wait. The little tilt. I need more wood. Okay, just hold it, Don't hold it. I need more wood. Can you tilt it towards you? No? All right, push it back.
Monster trucks! Beef jerky!
Hold it. Okay, push.
Hold on, I'm out of room.
Okay, it's good enough for now. I have to take this to your mom and test it first. So we gotta flip this over, and then we gotta flip it again.
Excuse the shit out of me?
At this point, I didn't know if the shelves were even or if they would be wobbly, so I needed to stand it on flat ground. You know, ideally this project would be built right in its permanent location, and flipping it over 100 times wouldn't be part of the plan. But unfortunately for us, I needed to make sure this thing was actually built right before dragging it to the storage unit.
Also, if you're wondering why there's not a lot of space on this concrete pad, those mats on the left there are from the goat pen. They had to expand things quite quickly because one of the goats gave birth a full month earlier than it was expected. While they were re-fencing the paddock where the baby goats are, they had to move the stuff out of the way. So apparently everybody needed to use the concrete pad on the same day.
Hey!
It stands. Barely any wobble. I think it's good. Look, I need to cut the little feet for it, and I need to add casters. And once it's on casters and flat ground, we can actually roll it around. While I was researching how to build this, I learned that regular casters would make these shelves unstable. And I don't need hundreds of pounds rolling around and tipping over. So I found these retractable casters you can mount on the side, and they basically lock on and off. So once the unit is in its permanent location, the shelves will sit on their feet. This is of course because I don't have a way to anchor this thing to the wall, but if you're doing this at your place and you do have a way to anchor it to the wall, you don't have to go through any of this trouble. So what are you thinking?
How? And why?
I think I regret building this thing so big and so heavy. I wanted to test the casters to make sure that it rolls and is all fine, but I don't want to lift this thing and put it down again twice. So we need to load it in the trailer. So we're not gonna test the caster until we get to the storage place where this is going permanently or semi-permanently. Yeah, we're just gonna load it, and the only way we can safely load this and strap it down is upside down. I will say sliding this on 2x4s was a genius idea, and it worked most of the time. I can't remember how we did this the first time.
No?
Okay, one in. I'm never doing this again. By this time, we had the hang of it, so flipping it over and over became easy. Like, I think we could almost join a weightlifting team. Whoa! Well, the wheels work. Hey! It's rolling. Okay. I don't think that's gonna fit. Ah, sh. Well, first I gotta get over that hump.
That's the first problem. Almost.
Okay, let the door go and help me get the two wheels here.
Almost.
Up.
Almost.
There you go.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. All right. All right, back end. Okay.
Wait. Oh, because we gotta lift it and move. Lift and move. Lift. There. It fit!
Oh, shoot. Take it around the corner. Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Whew, it's big. Oh, there's plenty of space going up. I have no problems making this as tall as I want in here. We just gotta get it through the door first. I believe this is gonna fit through this door without any hiccups. No, it'll make it. That is very close. Well, that was an experience. Overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Like, it's such a good, solid shelf. I can put anything on here. I'm sure it'll hold it. It won't fall apart. I hope I never have to move this again, but I have to say these casters are worth it. Obviously, you can't really move anything while it's loaded. The next one I'm gonna build will not be this tall. I think I learned a pretty good lesson doing this. Thank you everyone for joining me in this experience. And thank you Patreons and members for your support. I'm gonna go take a nap. Bye.